Keyan and PlebPoet.
Wow.
How y'all doing?
What a day. I am so good.
Yeah.
I'm on fire. I'm sort of on fire. You told me I smelled like tea and I'm still positive.
I think that was a compliment. Like, I love my
That's
mom.
what I said.
My mom used to wake us up and I would smell like brewing tea.
Your mom smells like tea and I smell
No,
like
like
your mom.
as a kid, like I would smell brewing tea. Like,
It's the best compliment I've ever heard. I smell like your mom, dude.
No, she would just make like
that's nice.
tea. Anyway,
what's your mom smell like?
Tea.
My mom?
Yeah.
You said
whose mom?
Your mom.
What is your mom? She doesn't smell like tea?
I don't know. She's in a retirement home now, so it's kind of like
cumin.
It's kind of
she smells like that.
She smells like that.
Well, I'm gonna eat sushi if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
What kind of sushi?
Just an avocado roll. I'm not adventurous.
Wait, really?
I don't like fish, but I like sushi.
Oh, interesting. Is that why that one time we had fish at Bitcoin Builders Club and you were like not on board with it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I told you, I thought.
Wow, I didn't know that.
What about shellfish or shrimp or...
Not into shrimp.
Nothing that's from the ocean.
Not really.
What about like things... You were near lakes and stuff.
I grew up so far away from the ocean. Yeah. We can do fried catfish. We can do that.
Okay, you'll eat a fried catfish.
Wow.
My uncle always caught carp. Something like that.
Might be carpy if it's feminine.
I don't think that's how fish work.
Bro, you don't know how fish work.
They don't have feelings, Keyan.
Tell me how
fish have no feelings.
If it was female, I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't do that to her.
I see. You have too much respect.
Yeah.
For the fish or for the...
Yeah.
For the ladies.
For women.
For ladies. For the
women. Oh, I was like...
It's
like, you can disrespect the fish.
They don't fish.
You know? Well, that's cool. What did you guys do this week? What did you do this week? PlebPoet, I haven't seen you all week.
Well, I just came back from doing a wedding. Florals.
Wow, really?
Wedding
What's
florals.
that
That's
like?
what I've been doing all day, so I'm kind of riding off that high right now. People are getting married today. Yeah.
It always makes me super happy when I see it at church. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. It's the beginning and the end, huh?
Well, what else did I do? I made Zine 32.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can...
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Well, I'll probably print one out while we're live.
Wow. Keyan, what did you do?
You know, I did so many things. I went whale riding.
Whale riding?
Yeah.
What's that?
And it's where you ride whales.
Did you really?
No, I didn't do anything. I was in my office for 7 days straight since this last time I was on the camera here. And that's pretty much all I did. I didn't really do anything else. That's what's up with me. How about you, Car? What were you up to?
So many meetings this week. I had so many meetings just all over downtown.
People want to talk to you? What are they talking about?
Yeah, I just like trying to get stuff ready for January and stuff, and things are moving. A lot of what do they say? A lot of things in the irons in the thing.
Irons in the fire.
A lot of irons in the fire.
Irons in the lava.
Yeah.
Strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, a lot of that. So we're just trying to get stuff ready for January and, you know, get everything ready. And then, you know, you get one of those curveballs every once in a while. And so you just got to adjust on the fly.
Oh, people hit curveballs all the time, dude.
Hey, man, that's the start of life. You just gotta look at it as an opportunity. But other than that, it's been a great week here on Stacker.News Live. You've never seen this crazy show before. It's called Stacker.News Live. We cover what's the thing now? Is there a new? I feel like you guys got a new tagline now.
Oh, we're trying one. It's 24/7 Bitcoin meetup on a website.
That's terrible. Okay,
I know.
24/7.
I know people like you don't like it.
No, it just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Why on a website part?
Because I think because it says Bitcoin meetup, and if it's a 24/7 Bitcoin meetup, they might think it's like physical.
Oh, like a nonstop party.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
That should be
I see.
Cool. But if we say it's on a website, it can still be a nonstop party.
Yeah,
but
I don't think that's
it is. Yeah.
Anyways, if you've never seen this crazy show before, check it out. We have videos that Wumbo does, and he makes clips. And last week's most popular video was the orange pilling one. Apparently, Apparently that one, though, the one about the 3D printing one.
Oh,
Surprisingly. Yeah. It was like so long ago. Last week. Anyways, other than that, check it out. Cool. We're going to jump into the top 3 stories, and we'll be doing all of that starting right now. The number 3 top story this week on Stacker.News was we're number 28. We're number 28. This is from Jason B. 20 comments, 15,000 sats. Keyan, what is this?
Yeah. So I think Trump said in an interview that he wants Bitcoin, or he wants crypto in the United States to be number 1 in crypto. And Jason B responded by saying the United States is incredibly behind nearly everyone. And then he shilled basically South Africa, which is number 1 in terms of like merchant adoption and stuff. That's most of it. It's number 28 based on a list of merchants. I forget where it's. I would guess it's btcmaps.org is what he's referring to. And then he said if you remove Steak and Shake from that list, like all of their locations, the United States is like super low. So based on that list, it's South Africa, I think Thailand. He lists them out in here, somewhere else. But that's where you can actually use Bitcoin the most. Maybe that'll change when Square actually rolls out their Bitcoin payments at terminals. I think they're supposed to. I don't know what's required for that to happen or whatever. But until then, it looks like based on btcmaps.org and Jason B's post here, it's really South Africa that's number 1. And then he shills South Africa in a bunch of other ways. It sounds like it might not be a short stay there. It sounds like he might be planting roots. And yeah, he said he said he didn't like it. Yeah, go for it. He said he didn't like it, but what I liked about it was or what I like about South Africa that he mentioned was that they go around barefoot. He said people from all walks of life, they'll just like go into stores barefoot and stuff, and it's completely acceptable. And I thought that was pretty neat. And he said they have, you can buy a Toyota Hilux there, which is that like cargo van or cargo truck that everyone wants that you can't get in the United States. You can buy those there. You can buy basically any car there because there's none of the regulations are really followed, even though they have to, because they maybe have too many of them, even more so than we do. Oh, and the other thing is, he said all of the like playgrounds are hazardous, which is yeah, kind of really important if you're a child or a drunk young adult, as I can contest to.
Yeah. PlebPoet, do you have anything on this? Did you see the Trump 60 Minutes interview?
I read Jason B's other post this week, which was about his wife scamming people.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cover that too.
So what about Trump, did you say?
Apparently he was in 60 Minutes. I didn't know that he was on there. Yeah.
Oh, I have no comment.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I don't think America needs Bitcoin at this point. I think most other places like Mexico and other areas, South America, stuff like that, need it most. I think people will keep accumulating Bitcoin in America, but I do think there's a very small group of people that are buying Bitcoin, and most of it's corporations and startups and stuff like that. But that's my reality. I don't know if that's perception.
I wonder, like, I'm curious where most of the Bitcoin ownership is. There's probably been a report over the last few years where someone did that, like a block research report or a spiral report or something. But I would guess most of the Bitcoin ownership is based in the United States, at least held with these exchanges which hold the Bitcoin in the United States. So
it's kind of like we've been covering this I feel like all year long about them exporting dollars elsewhere, so people don't get their hands on Bitcoin and that sort of thing, game being played. But in reality, people just want Bitcoin, so they can just make the decision for themselves. Yeah, so I don't know. And I feel like most people already have decided on Bitcoin at this point, and most Americans are priced out. If I'm being completely honest, they're just priced out of Bitcoin. So, that's just kind of how I look at it.
Oh, well, they're not priced. What do you mean they're priced out? They can still buy sats.
Like you're just not seeing the same amount of, and it could just be my reality of what I'm seeing out there. It's just that when I talk to normal people about Bitcoin, they feel priced out.
They're like, it's too late. I think that's why they're trying to like rebrand Bitcoin, like sats as Bitcoin and stuff. I think that's part of the motivation is like, they know people have a unit bias and they're trying to fight it. Yeah. It's like you can own it, bro. You're not priced out. You can own 1,000 Bitcoins right now for $1.
Yeah. I like the way Brandon Keys has said it. And I think that's more true is like buy $1,200 in Bitcoin, hold for 5 years, and then tell me if you still believe in Bitcoin. I'm like shrinking it down, but he kind of said a similar statement, and it's true. Like, you know, when I bought Bitcoin, that's exactly what I did. Right. And then I understood.
Oh, you bought Bitcoin?
When I first got in. Yeah.
Oh,
when I first heard about it. Yeah. So I think that's the reality of it all is like, you know, put some money in and then hold it for 5 years and then tell me if you still believe in it or not. At least as an American, that's my advice. I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't feel priced out. Don't care about the price. Just buy.
Yeah. Like my nephews and my like nieces always tell them, I'm like, you should be buying $2, $5 of Bitcoin every week and not thinking about it.
But they don't listen, or
I mean,
no
crazy
love,
Uncle Carr, right?
No love for Uncle Carr, dude.
Crazy Uncle Carr. Anyways.
Are you the crazy uncle? Is that what they call it?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
All your brothers and sisters are like chill?
I'm trying to think. Second one. Yeah, I'm definitely the crazy one. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, is that kind of obvious, right?
No, not really.
I'm always the one that talks about crazy stuff.
I've never met any in your family. That might be even crazier. They might be really wacky.
Yeah, my sister comes to Austin every once in a while. I guess I should bring her to the lab.
Silly hats.
I just don't want to, you know.
Do you remember when my mom came to the lab?
I never met him.
Like,
mom?
Like 3 years ago, we were down 6th Street.
Did I meet him?
I think so.
No, I don't think I was there that day.
Well, she looks just like me. You probably met her.
Do you guys share clothes?
No.
Oh.
That'd have been a good picture.
She was a kindergarten teacher in the 90s, and I really wish I had her clothes from that era, but she's moved on.
She didn't say
high-waisted, like kind of professional, but
like animal print on the like a vest.
She was like a elementary school.
Wow, really? Like a vest? I remember those shorter pants.
Now they just.
I really wish she had those clothes still, but
yeah,
I'll never get them.
Yeah, I remember those.
She was my kindergarten teacher, actually.
She was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
What
is that called? Nepotism.
Anyways, let's get on to the next story. The number 2 top story of the week is fake L2 scams like ARK, Spark, Citrea, Drivechains, and other poop coins 2.0. This is from Justin Shocknet. Justin Shocknet, 35 comments, 10,400 sats. Keyan, what is Justin talking about this week?
Yeah, he's talking about. I mean, I think most of us who've read Justin Shocknet's comments have seen similar sentiments that he shared elsewhere. Basically, everything but Lightning he considers a fake L2. It doesn't take much effort, but there's a whiff of slop in this post that I had to fight myself to get through. But I think Justin's opinions come through, and you can understand what he's saying. General sentiment is that a lot of these L2s are really just like repackaging trust and repackaging centralization and protocol labeling. They are like protocolizing. They're protocolizing things that we usually don't want.
Here comes PlebDev. PlebDev.
Yeah, I think Austin has an opinion.
Austin wants to talk about this, I think. Here you go, Austin. You want to bring that chair?
How do you sit over here?
I haven't looked very closely into ARK. I don't really think.
No, we need your take on this, Jana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here in frame. What's up?
I think Austin has opinions on this, so I'll let him
Well, I mean,
Save your life with ARC.
yeah, you might save your life by just custodying your own Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, I think Justin has like a whole framework of thinking about that. He's one of the, when someone has like, they're such a unique thinker that they have their own like analogies, they have their own, mind experiments and frameworks for how to think about things and how to view things.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, that's pretty cool and I respect that, but at the same time, like I have to get on board and like understand your framework in order to even like have the conversation with you. So there's a sense that like I feel like I don't fully understand Justin's position and argument because it's a whole framework. But I think the real takeaway that I have is what I like how you put it, which is repackaging trust. And basically kind of in the opening, it's a very long post, but in the opening he describes how Arc, Spark, Citrea, Stacks, what are they doing? They're repackaging trust. They're basically giving you features or ways of using Bitcoin that were already possible, but they were kind of like the gross way of using Lightning or the cheap shortcut way of using Lightning. Like an easy, simple idea. If you're a dumb user and I want to give you Lightning service, the easy, simple thing I can do is, maybe be a custodian, or then maybe I can be a Lightning service provider. So then I'm not really custodian, but you're very much relying on me. Or I might do like zero conf channels, or I might do a combination of these things, and you have a backup key that lets you, whatever. You can kind of combine these things, but he's arguing that, well, that's not what will sell to investors, and that's not what will sell to the new savvy hipster users that want to jump on the hot new bandwagon thing, right? You need to come up with a whole new protocol and a whole new branding. Don't tell me it's zero conf channels. Tell me it's a new paradigm for how to spend and use Bitcoin. It's a new layer almost, maybe. And then he's kind of, taking the argument that I think we've kind of heard as Bitcoiners for a while, which is that the new form of shitcoining is a more subtle kind of shitcoining. It's a layer 2 on Bitcoin. So he's kind of combining, I think, and expanding on these ideas. And I think that there's good insights in them, and they're, insights worth thinking about, which is like, for example, a good question to ask: what is Spark or Arc or Cashew? What are they giving me that I can't already do myself? Like, that's a good place to start. And I mean, even as I ask myself that question, my mind starts to run, and I'm like, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot to kind of unpack. What really are they giving me that I couldn't do myself with zero conf channels? But then, are we really talking about me? No, we're not talking about me. We're talking about, and this is what he alludes to next, these hypothetical billions of users that need UTXOs. They're begging for UTXOs. They just haven't asked for them yet. And then, of course, he's speaking of the idea of scaling, that we need to scale right now. And there's the problem of scaling, of that we must do something right now. But wait, who's telling us that we need to scale? It's not a billion users. It's like, coincidentally, these developers that have scaling projects, they're the ones that, so we should trust them. Definitely. They know that it's time to scale, the ones building the scaling solutions for Bitcoin, right? It's not the fact that we would see all of the numbers around Bitcoin and Bitcoin payments and Bitcoin usage and fees go up. No, it's not that. It's that he or she talking head, Bitcoin scaler, tells us it's time. So, these are things that he points out that I definitely speak to me.
Is there anything that he got right in here, though, Austin?
Well, I mean,
that you both agree on, I guess.
no, I mean, I'm
Basically
agreeing.
only
Yeah,
agreed with
basically.
so far. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I wasn't sure what I was hearing here.
Sorry if I'm have a bit too much sarcasm.
Oh, so you're actually agreeing with all this, he says.
Yeah, I'm repackaging Justin's argument in my own words, basically.
Wow. There you go. Wow. Okay.
But the thing is, like, I think where I would veer off from Justin, like, I don't, once again, I don't have Justin's full framework, but I think that the very first big leap that he makes that I just can't get on the bandwagon with is that, I mean, if you scroll up to the top, it's basically that these people, okay, these are all means to solve problems or enhance you. These are, sorry, are all means not to solve problems or enhance UX, but to smuggle trust and centralization for a profit. Okay, there's kind of a leap there. Okay, so I believe in the incentives. There are incentives to capture the profit in Bitcoin, and maybe in Lightning, what little profit there is. But there's a little bit of a leap that like a Justin will make to say, these people are tricking you intentionally. They know that this is that they're swindling you for profit, and they are merchants of complexity that are trying to, sell you complexity.
Yeah. Getting to motive is always tricky. I'm always suspicious of that when someone tells me what's inside someone else's head.
Yes. Yeah. And it's almost like I can get behind all of the logic and even kind of like the chip on Justin's shoulder that he has. I can get behind all of that, but when I look and talk to these people that are working on Arc, Spark, and Citrea and beyond, I don't get the sense that these are people trying to trick me and trick average users. I get the sense that they're nerd sniped themselves by their own technology. They believe in what they're doing. They see very valid critiques that if they brought it up to us, it would be hard to argue against those critiques.
Yeah, you talk to Tiara, he actually believes what he's building, right? Yeah, I think you're right on that.
And I mean, everyone building in the L2 space, and a lot of these people, they are Lightning developers. They are Lightning developers that moved on. Steven Roos, who's working on Arc, I don't know who's working on the Spark protocol side that was involved in Lightning, but I'm sure there's people there. Citrea, eCash. Callie was a very major Lightning developer before he made Cashew, for example. So like a lot of these people came from Lightning. A lot of them, they could, they might be able to call you out on your critiques. So, that's where I introduce a lot of nuance, is that even though I agree with Justin, I like a lot of his arguments here, and I think there's so much worth thinking about. I look at the people working on these protocols and I think to myself, like, these are pretty smart people. These are pretty smart people, and these are deep, complicated problems. And they've been working and thinking about these problems in a lot of cases for a long time. I bet there's a lot that I'm not appreciating and understanding. And so that's where still my little bit of nuance and kind of me being in the middle comes into play of like, I don't have a hard position on this. If I do have a hard position, it's that I feel that people are moving on from Lightning too fast. Lightning gives us all the primitives that we need and want. It leaves us with some very problematic user experience issues and issues with operating at scale. But I don't think the answer is move on and go nerd snipe everyone about the next thing. A lot of the reason that I'm a developer is because of Lightning and because of how much Lightning inspired me. And even though I play in the realms of Nostr and eCash and Arc and Stacks back in the day, I'm not ready to move on to Lightning. The mission of Lightning is not over. I was a Stackser, yes. There's a lot of Bitcoin Lightning devs actually that were in the Stacks community in like 2018, 19. They had some crazy bounty programs. I wish I was a better dev back in the day. Yep. But anyway, that's my brain dump on all this stuff. What do you think, Keyan?
I think that's fair. I haven't looked too deeply into Arc or any of these things. I vaguely understand Spark, but I don't. So I can't argue with a technical, like anything that stems from a technical argument with these things. But I suspect I think the motive is right. It was Barack and Tiara were at the 6th Street location working on the Arc spec. The 6th Street location of PlebLab working on the Arc spec back in like 2022. And what Barack said to me was like, I'm obsessed with scaling. I'm obsessed. That's what he said. He said, I'm
that
obsessed.
Sounds like such a Barack thing to say.
That's how he described what he was doing to me. He's like, I'm obsessed with scaling. So I'm going to try to figure out a new way to scale Bitcoin. And so I think that's the motive, is just like, when you're an engineer, it's hard to scale things. And so you're attracted to that. That's like that's the Everest of any kind of project.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why you have a lot of engineers going after that. Surely there are some people in it for profit and trying to make money from it. And I think if what these projects do, and what I think a lot of them claim, is that they kind of have the same, they have the same like trust assumptions and things. I know Justin would argue against that, but they have the same trust assumptions maybe as Lightning, but are like repackaging it and another type of like way of interacting with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be good. That might solve some of the problems that we know Lightning has with user experience, and maybe it is just, we just need slightly different trade-offs in the way we interact with Lightning to make it something that people want to use. Like, I was having an argument in a Stacker.News thread, I think a week ago, with the guys from Rizful, and they're like, well, if that's true about Spark, these people why don't people just use PayPal? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, that's what Spark's trying to do. They're trying to provide people with a PayPal-like experience, but without KYC and with unilateral exits. That's basically what they're trying to do. That's what all these people are trying to do with these L2, these fake L2s. Because that's what people want. PayPal is clearly.
Wait, I don't understand. What?
It's succeeded.
No, I know.
Like, it has a promise of removing the bad parts of PayPal, which is where you can get like censored and stuff like that. I'm not saying Spark actually achieves that, but I think that's what they're going towards. That's like that's what they want to build. So, yeah,
and this is where, like, also scale. I think the scale bros versus, I don't know what you would call, like, maybe my side or my side of things, where I'm like a sovereignty bro. Like, I'm more interested in the sovereign primitives of a thing first than the scale, because it's not worth, I don't want to scale a turd. And for me, a turd is anything that, gives me similar guarantees of Fortnite V-Bucks or PayPal or, whatever, just some stupid payment network that already exists. That's not interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
What would be interesting if you had a really sovereign primitive that can actually give me something. Back to what I was saying earlier, what does this thing give me? That gives me something that I can't otherwise get, or guarantees or privacy or something like that. And maybe there's a trade-off involved. And, hey, speaking of eCash, this was my big defense of eCash, because I was working on an eCash wallet last year and having a lot of argumentative conversations with people trying to defend where you might want to use eCash and where it is a good solution, where it actually has a tangible benefit worth trading off if you don't need this other benefit, self-custody mainly. Yeah, right, honestly. And, and so, yeah, there's always trade-offs. But for me, like, as a sovereign bro, I'm going to say to the scale bro, like, yeah, your scale's cool, but like Meta has scale and PayPal and Cash App has scale. Like, what are you
trading for scale?
Yeah, what are you trading for scale? And one thing I want to say about your, like, repackaging argument, I do agree that it's not that repackaging Lightning or taking the existing, feature set of Lightning and formatting it in some kind of package, that's a bad thing inherently. Like, no, that can be a good thing. But another place that I push back against, the slew of L2, L3s side chains is they're taking, it's already difficult enough to understand what your, I guess, property rights are in Bitcoin. What are your property rights? How do I think about this? How do I custody this across time? When I use this or this service or this wallet, what risk am I exposing myself to? Right? That's hard enough in Bitcoin. Then we go into Lightning, right? And we've been educating ourselves as plebs on Lightning. We've been educating ourselves for good 6 or 7 years now. And, still figuring things out in a lot of ways and still getting things wrong in a lot of ways. But none of these solutions are simplifying that scenario. They're adding way more complexity on top of a thing that we already don't understand, Lightning. So for me, it's like, even if your solution is a silver bullet when it comes to trade-offs, you're adding more complexity on top of what the user already doesn't understand. So it's like, if the user has no way of vetting or engaging with this in a truly sovereign way, then already we're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And so that's another thing I push back on, is like, we're already probably in the realm of too much complexity with Lightning. I argue people love to say Bitcoin's simple. I don't think Bitcoin is simple, because when you have to start explaining how it works, it's not fucking simple. So, and these are questions that involve your very understanding of your property rights on Bitcoin. So, you know, hey, sovereign bros, this is what we have to deal with, is sitting with the same hard problems for a long time and trying to find the right set of trade-offs. The scale bros will always want to move on and just like go conquer the world. And, you know, that's inherent with the archetypes. But I think Justin is making a good sovereign maxi argument here, I think, against the scale bros.
Very nice.
Hey, give me a high five.
I think that was good.
Austin.
Good rant.
That's a good take, actually.
Your wife wants a high five
Hey, give me a high five.
from one side.
Right
to the
here.
other.
Wait.
Right here. Right there.
Look at the camera.
Uh,
Wait, no, you can't see your end in the.
you have to reach. There you go. There it is. Smack.
All right, cool.
There we go.
Jenny, got anything else?
Nope.
Does you ever go on these like at home and you're just like,
Yeah, but I agree.
you're like, sounds about right?
Yeah. I kind of said the same thing to the lady at Bitcoin conference after she was like, we need to abandon Lightning because it won't scale.
Wait, who said that?
Somebody from
Like open source stage.
yeah, and she was with like
Oh, MIT.
MIT.
MIT. Yeah.
MIT
And it's also
research.
like that. I think when you start to, you know, Justin is throwing some heat in this post, right? He's throwing some strong words. This is what you unlock inside of plebs when you're like, you know, you start out your argument and you're like, well, so Lightning is clearly a failure that doesn't scale.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, Lightning is scaled just fine for me, and it's
Right.
been just a great success for me.
Yep.
So who is it failing for? You know, users that don't even understand nor want to leverage their property rights on Bitcoin. Oh, okay. Why aren't they using Fortnite? You know, why aren't they using something that's better suited for this? So it just, once again, it comes to like apply, like where you're applying these arguments, and then you know, I guess where it start, that's fine though, with people talking on stage about stuff like that. But where it starts to disturb me is to see the average pleb start to accept that, you know, yeah, Lightning is just not viable. I'll never be able to run a Lightning node. And, you know, I'm probably, for my everyday apps and my usage on Stacker.News and all of that, I'm probably just going to be using eCash or a custodial Lightning wallet. And it's like, no, that's not, you know, that's not where we want to see the space going. We want to see people inspired, feeling that they can be sovereign Bitcoiners and they can run their own Swiss bank in the cloud and figure it out and understand it and not need to trust the operators. I don't need an operator. I'm a Bitcoiner. I'm a pleb. And that's like more of the mindset I want to see. But instead, I see a bunch of plebs getting nerd sniped by tech that they don't even really understand. And I'll stop talking about it.
Powerful
message.
How?
Thanks, Austin.
How?
Appreciate you coming on and giving us your take. Yeah, it was a good one. Keyan, are you surprised that he had such a poignant?
No, I had
take?
some indication earlier he was sacking out here with his.
What's that mean?
You know, he was sacking. He was beating around his sack out here.
And whoa. Yeah, I've never seen such a
my
thing.
He was just smacking it around, his sack around out here as he does. Look at there he is now. He's in the background here behind the screen. You guys can't see it, but he's just beating his sack up. So he's out here, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get into this Justin Shocknet post, or are you guys gonna get into this Justin Shocknet post?" And then you were, I don't remember what else was said, but I was like, "Oh, I know Austin's got some takes."
Interesting.
It was a return to the mic.
Cool. We're gonna jump into the #1 top story of the week. Invoice, your customers are prepared to get scammed by my wife. This is from Jason B. Another one. 19 comments, 13 1,300 sats. Keyan or PlebPoet, what's this? I think you know probably.
Yeah, you read this one, eh?
Yep.
She probably read it for the zine.
But I would just like, from here, I'd like to point out, so there were 3 top posts this week for Stacker.News Live, and 2 of them were Jason B's.
Shoot, right?
He's shooting.
He's making it.
And
That's awesome. And we're glad to hear everything you're doing out there, Jason V. So actually, this is this is another good, like, if you're using Lightning, you should probably read this post in case you're like not being careful, because his wife accidentally found this way to scam somebody.
Really?
Because so he gets into it further down.
Okay.
The actual
the problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, the merchant accepted a Lightning payment via, I think, a Lightning address. So basically like a static code. And the way that the merchant confirms that you've paid is you show them your phone. Yeah, like and so
they paid.
Yeah, hey, I paid. Here's a green
like
check
wallet
mark.
of Satoshi green screen.
Yeah.
Here's a green screen, and it says, in this case it was 100 rand, I think is what they call their money there. And his wife only paid 100 sats, but the merchant didn't really check the unit or anything, and just kind of said,
just saw the green check.
But 100 rand is like 5,000 sats, so she underpaid by quite a bit. And then she realized it, and she gave him the rest of the money. But
so he gives a good explanation about like using a Lightning address for payments. You should send an invoice.
Yes, if you are a merchant, you want to display an invoice, and then so you can confirm on your end that it was paid. I mean, the merchant could have also looked at his own phone,
right?
Whatever wallet is using to receive the Lightning payment to, and been like, "Oh, that's not enough."
Right.
But I think it's like a high trust environment too, is the other thing he indicates. But it's a nice point about
it is an honest mistake too.
Yeah, his wife isn't actually a scammer. I mean, maybe she is, but in this case, it sounds like she's maybe learned her mistakes and refunded the money.
PlebPoet, have you ever been in this situation before?
I was just trying to think. I don't think so. I've used Phoenix a lot for just like transacting in person, like selling stuff. And that's creating an invoice. So I pretty much do that every time.
I feel like when I used to use LNURL back in the day, Keyan, like 21, 22, I ran into this problem a lot. When people would say, "Oh, I paid you," and I would be like, "No, you did it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, LNURL.
I remember there was I don't want to say who it was, but there was a famous Bitcoin author who was here at Bitcoin Commons back when it was called that. And he was selling his book, and he printed out Bolt 11 invoices on a sheet of paper. And they're one-time use of Bolt 11. And so someone paid it, and then everyone else who came up and tried to pay it really couldn't pay it, but I think they still told them that they paid it. And then they ended up like giving out a bunch of books for free. I've heard.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Have I ever done anything like that? I don't think I've ever done anything like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's cool, but too bad.
Yeah.
I think it's back to the other post. I think Lightning scales in a way that is sort of orthogonal or quite different than the way that most people interact with on-chain. And so a lot, like if you encounter a lot of older Bitcoiners, OGs, like pre-2020 Bitcoiners, most of them hate Lightning because the UX is so different, but they're super comfortable with on-chain. And so I think that's another reason why a lot of these guys like Arc, is because the UX is more similar to on-chain UX, because it's sort of side-chainy, sort of, you have UTXOs, but they call them VTXOs. And so, yeah, the UX for Lightning is tricky.
It's still early. I mean, it'll get there. I'm not worried about Lightning. It's fantastic.
But whenever I can like successfully like do the whole flow for a payment in front of somebody, and it's just fine and it works, it makes me feel like a wizard.
That's cool.
Maybe you are. Aren't you a witch though?
I mean, you're definitely more
female wizards.
Yeah.
You're definitely more technical than you've ever been, I would say, for sure, since I've known you.
Yeah, more than I've ever been. That's true. because I learn every day.
Yeah.
And then you're compounding that.
You just got to keep learning.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the most
Car?
important thing is just like keep studying.
What's that?
Keep hanging around people that are smarter than you.
What's that?
That sort of
The
thing.
more you know.
That's
The
what
more
that
you
is.
know.
Yeah.
It was a popular thing in the 90s where they would do a campaign about like learning.
Do you guys know this one?
Square.
Oh, is that Rainbow? Reading Rainbow?
Yeah. Well, it's SpongeBob. Imagination.
No.
Okay.
That must be a Gen Z thing.
I'm not Gen Z.
Oh, you're not?
No,
really? She's just outside the age?
I am.
Oh, interesting.
I'm ageless.
There you go. That's all the top stories this week. Looks like there's more stuff in the comments. You guys should check it out. Looks like Darth posted some stuff and Jason B posted some stuff that merchants could use. Definitely check it out. We're going to jump into our posts now. First, AI Bitcoin. There was no Optimism didn't do a weekly one.
Sick, I guess.
Oh no! Hopefully he's okay.
Reported his illness in the
Get well soon.
Get well soon. Optimism.
And have optimism for getting well.
Yeah, I just wanted to share this because I think this is really interesting. That was in the AI territory. They were talking about the copyright burdens with LLMs, and it's a deep dive. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to go through all this, but what I did found kind of interesting is while all this is going on, talking about, you know, where does the copyright happen and when does it take place? Does it take place at the time of the copyright when it's like downstream or upstream, or like, is there some financial engineering that has to happen for the distributor or the owner of the copyright? I know we've talked about this, Keyan, in the past where you're like, you're not gonna be able to do it. They're scraping. And so this week, Bloomberg's been releasing a ton of videos that I've been trying to just watch them all because there's just so much alpha in there. And they've been talking to a lot of media companies about this. And one particular video, hopefully we don't get this like blocked, is from Warner Music's new CEO talking about like AI and about copyright and stuff like this. And I think it's fascinating for the stackers to hear, but check it out.
Our strategy around this is 3 L's: license, legislate, and litigate. In that order, preferably. Doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes, you know, they get mixed up, but those 3 are important. We always prefer to license. If we can set up the right
Is he wearing lip balm?
Then of course licensing is amazing.
In the music industry, probably, yeah.
Shiny, eh? Little lipstick.
Legislate is important because if you don't have the right construct,
legislatively,
then it's really hard to do licensing agreements.
I don't know.
And litigate is when everything else fails. So, but sometimes it's upside down.
Lips are looking wet, dude.
Yeah. So what, in terms of licensing, what does a good AI licensing deal
So
look
what?
like? What is most important to a company like
What are you
this?
gonna do about it?
The best way to think about it is well, you have to think about a couple of things. One, which is you have to think about the input, and then you think about the outputs. On the input side, it's for training. We maintain that if you want to train on our content, you have to license it, which is the source of our lawsuits, obviously. That you have to license it.
And it seems like most of the AI companies, whether it's Suno or OpenAI, do not feel that way.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it works out. That is the point. But we believe that it is absolutely, and we've maintained that is the right way forward. So that's on the input side. On the output side, there's 2 different types. One, when the music is sort of generic, so it's not recognizable by any artist. There's no name, image, likeness, and voice implicated in any way, so it's more like generic music. But it's based on training on our content. So for us, that's a new revenue stream. Then there's the type of music that implicates name, image, likeness, and voice, and that is very much similar to how UGC worked. And I think there are constructs for it. Obviously, they need to change a little bit, but but we can copy a lot of that.
And so you think that AI music, rather than replace, you think that AI will expand the pie rather than replacing some of what you already have? Because if people are choosing to listen to AI music, doesn't that mean they're not listening to Ed Sheeran?
So I won't play the whole thing, but it's fascinating the way he talks about like AI and about how they see it. And why this is important is because like we've been covering like the music apps and we've been playing them on the show and stuff. And as you know, Keyan, like just music's always the first first technology through the door that gets all the bullets.
I know that's what you say about you. Music is
I believe that music
beginning
is
and the end. Music is the beginning.
Music is always the first thing through the door that takes all the bullets and plays the copyright game with new technology. And you could tell he's just like totally, this is what we're gonna do. This is the strategy. Let's go. What's fascinating about it? Did you see the second part that he said, that even the image, the likeness, and the thing about that they also want to double dip on that too as well, even on the output?
I was distracted by his lips. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was fascinating. So he's like basically saying that now we're not only going to grab the licensing for the input, but we're going to grab the output licensing as well. So he's basically calling them their artists as well too. So it's like, wow, it's yeah.
World's changing, huh?
Well, it's just fascinating that I want to see how it plays out. This is one to watch.
Yeah, pretty cool. I suspect this paper has to do with
the paywalls and everything.
It looks like they're basically contending that we can extract all the knowledge from these scholarly texts, which are often behind paywalls. Often you have to pay very expensive journal subscription fees to get access to this information. But if we feed it into AI and it just takes the insights out of the paper, like the scientific, factual stuff out, then there's maybe no copyright litigation that you have to be concerned about if you do it that way.
Well, it's
kind of cool. What's the guy who?
If you put his framework to place, then
Aaron Schwartz type of thing.
Well, if you put his framework to place, then you're paying in perpetuity on the other side of that, on the output, irregardless, because you have to pay in on the input. If you're thinking of the framework that guy is saying, which is kind of fascinating because I never thought of it like that. I was shocked. But there's all I'm saying is there's a ton of stuff that's being talked about right now on Bloomberg. Check out the YouTube channel because it's like they're all talking about AI. It's like the music industry, the movie industry, like everything. So I'm gonna I haven't finished all the videos yet, but I'm finding it really fascinating. You got any thoughts? PlebPoet, you're a creative person. When you hear something like this coming from what if
we create Pleb AI, PlebPoet AI?
What do you think about this when you are you got a gummy stuck in your
That's what
mouth?
it makes me do.
Oh, you're bored?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But what was the end of your question?
I guess like what do you think about as a creative person? Do you get worried that people are gonna take your stuff and then sell it and then repurpose it
you're
as
gonna sue when someone creates.
Well, I'm not gonna say you sue, but like, would you get upset if somebody made a PlebPoet AI and took all your poets, all your zines, all your stuff,
would you be upset?
Took your name, likeness, and everything, put all that in a thing, and then on the output side made a ton of money on your thing? Would you be like, yo? Would you be kind of like,
if my plan doesn't work out and I don't have any money, then I'll be mad. But if I'm cooling and I have my ranch and stuff, then I'll be like, all right.
So if you're like Drake, you're like not worried.
I'm not really worried. But I mean, I don't like AI. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as I can.
Cool. Anyways.
But it is learning about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
no doubt.
It will use you.
It'll use me. And I don't consent to it. So, yeah, we are going to fight probably someday.
The other thing I wanted to bring up was this is from the same. We're talking about Bitcoin stuff. So this is the other one is from Tony. 0 comments. Got 1,300 sats. The AI Diffusion Report. So this came out, and this is a graph of a sort. Keyan, what do you think about this graph?
I can't really see the graph because it's covered by other people.
Oh, here, let me.
You can knock me out for a second.
Knock her out real quick.
Yeah, knock me out.
Here.
Oh no!
She's gone. She's still there though. What do you think about that? And then I can't remove us because we're stuck on there, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. So artificial intelligence is
has a lot of users, basically, is what it's saying.
Yeah, it's growing fast. The adoption rate is high. Bitcoins is like probably, people claim it's like the internet, so it's like that slow. And it does look, the internet looks really slow compared to AI, even smartphones. Hey,
But I mean, on the this side it says 25 years. This bottom line is 25 years.
okay.
That's pretty scary, man. Like, look at, so right here you can see it. That's kind of scary. Like 25 years and they're already at 40%. That's wild. And we're like, yeah, and we haven't even got to the robotics stuff yet.
I would guess it's going to,
or the spatial computing stuff yet.
It's going to slow down. I would guess it's not going to completely saturate. You think it's going to saturate?
No, I think it's going to go like parabolic.
Well, it looks like, what is that? Is that rate? Cell phones look like they kind of just went straight up once they started climbing. I feel like the diffusion of AI stuff might taper. Might be more like the smartphone where you have a dramatic early rise and then.
So the other thing that maybe goes to that is this. So the whole world hasn't adopted it yet. So that's one thing.
Who's the biggest adopter?
Looks like is that Canada? Really?
Is it darker blue is better?
Yeah. So Ireland, it looks like Norway. It's probably because of data centers.
Is John still human? Did we meet the real John, or
it's probably just data centers because it's all the way up north.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it looks like maybe UAE. France.
What are those bros doing?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, right? Building something.
Real talk.
Building something. And then it looks like we have, what's this one over here on the far right? What's that?
It's not Cuba, is it?
No. What's this one over here called? This one?
Now, according to
that's Australia there.
Alaska's
relative. It's
it's Australia. I always get that one confused.
But there's like where Cuba is, there's like a blue spot, and I don't know if that's actually Cuba.
Okay.
Because Cuba looks red, but what's on the other side of Cuba?
I feel like
Jamaica.
Jamaica? Is that blue?
The blue one
is that blue?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Could be Costa Rica. Who knows? Anyways.
Costa Rica's not an island.
Am I supposed to say Cuba or Cuba?
I don't know. I'm not Cuban.
Cuba.
I like that.
Depends on where you are in the United States.
But are you guys not concerned with this? Are you not?
It's Cuba.
Well, what's the concern?
I mean,
I'm concerned.
Are you concerned that look at this graph? Like, that's a troubling graph and exciting at the same time.
Because it's moving so fast.
Maybe maybe I'm a guy and I like numbers and I like seeing things go up and to the right. Maybe that's why I'm like really excited about this.
Up and to the left, it's growing so fast.
It's not even a Jake. Look at this, Austin. Austin will appreciate this.
Dude.
The user adoption for artificial intelligence is all the way, and we're not even at 25 years yet.
It's almost artificial.
Whoa, it's almost artificial how fast it's growing.
It's like number of like global consumers.
Yeah.
Knowledge units.
Yeah. Adult saturation.
Wait, go back to that chart. Is Bitcoin on the chart? No. And Bitcoin's like way slower adoption.
Well, people claim it's like the internet. They say it follows the internet curve.
The thing is, like, people like to claim it's like the same thing as the Lightning Network growth, but they look at not number of users, number of individual people with brains and souls, but they look at like, oh, number of servers, number of nodes on the network, monetary value.
Transferred.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, but I mean,
so
you
think then like the way that you get this number for artificial intelligence usage is like every query that any person makes?
No, it says users. It literally says users there.
But users can mean so many things.
Right.
Like we want a real metric. Like
what's the metric?
How many people are dating artificial intelligence?
Oh yeah, I would love to see that.
That's the graph I want to see. That's real.
Yeah, I mean, what is this based off of? Like every
shout
AI
out to those people.
Release their anonymized user numbers. I don't know, but
I thought it was fast. This graph blows my mind.
Yeah, you should get it tattooed.
Yeah.
And then you can like update it every year.
All right. Well, anyways,
just like right in the center of your chest.
Cool. That's all the AI stories. We're gonna get into Wumble's picks. Wumble's picks. Wumble's picks. Wumble's picks. This week, Wumble's
He doesn't even call it Wumbo's pick.
Wumbo wants us.
wants.
Wumbo wants us.
Here's what I would like you to discuss this.
Wumbo wants us to talk about the BITCHAT tutorial and demo that BTC Sessions did.
Look who it is.
Dude, are they brothers?
What do you mean? Do they look alike?
Yeah, they look pretty close.
Oh, I didn't know that. Have you seen this?
No. Yes, I watched the video actually.
Oh, you did watch the video?
Yeah, I did it at 2x speed, and so I got it pretty good. I
skimmed the video, to be honest.
I haven't actually downloaded BitChat yet. Have you?
No. I have my own. I have my own thoughts. I'll say it, but you go first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so for anyone that doesn't know what BitChat is, it's basically a chat app that allows you to communicate via Bluetooth, and you can like transitively communicate via Bluetooth via other people with the BitChat app open on their phone, or I think just on their phone. But like if Car had BitChat and iPhone, and I did, and so did this one over here, Car could send a message via my phone over Bluetooth to Jana, and then he wouldn't need a direct connection to Jana.
Look at her face. That face was priceless.
You upset her with the AI stuff, too.
No, she was so bewildered by this stupid app. But keep going. This is great.
Anyway, I think
I like it.
I think the app is pretty cool.
No, it looks cool. It looks cool.
It's tasteful. I think it's completely vibed.
I think the app is so dumb.
But that's what's nice about it. It's so dumb you can just start using it.
Yeah.
So
we're seeing
this app makes no sense.
Oh, okay. Well, you can share your take. I just wanted to explain a little bit how.
Keep going.
How it works. And I think that Wumbo has picked this so we can explain.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Wumbo. I shot too early.
It was developed. Dorsey's motivation for doing this was, I guess, during protests and stuff, they shut down cell towers and things and the internet so that people can't really communicate. But if you're at a protest, you're in close proximity to a lot of people, so you could use your device, which has a Bluetooth antenna, to communicate with other people without using the internet. And you can extend that range further, like through a very large crowd over, a long distance. If the density is high enough and everyone is using the app there, so you can maintain comms without the internet in situations like this. Disasters, natural disasters is another use case for this, where things go down not because there's an oppressor, but because, the nature is oppressing you. Additionally, so it has a bunch of features around that. But additionally, it also lets you communicate over the internet via Nostr. So you can use Nostr relays to communicate with people who, sort of like a normal chat app. When you have access to the internet, you can communicate with people remotely. Yet still, there's UI and UX around geography. So you can you can tell people where you are, and if they're near you, you can communicate with them even if you're not in Bluetooth range. And I think Wumbo had a few questions about this,
Wumbo's picks.
I do not.
Are you trying it right now?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh, cool. There you go.
It's not going to anybody.
So Wumbo asks, could BitChat grow to replace normal SMS? I think, not really any more than any alternative to SMS could grow to replace SMS. It's like Signal replace SMS? Maybe. But I think SMS will always have a place. Like feature phones, like the cheapest of phones, dumb phones, they're using SMS. These protocols are like baked into at the hardware level of a lot of cell tower technology. And so I imagine SMS won't go away. But it's an alternative to SMS, just like Signal is an alternative to SMS or iMessage or like Google Talk or whatever Google does.
I think it'll also be good at conferences to use, because inside conference halls you get a lot of signal.
As we learned from
interruption.
David Bailey, he likes to deprive open source developers of internet as a way of showing them who's boss.
Wow, look at that.
I'm pretty sure that's...
Am I roughing off on you?
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
David Bailey, please send me some Naka to my E-Trade account.
Yeah, we're just pissing everybody off in this particular post, aren't we?
Okay, and then did I interrupt you? I'm sorry. I did.
No, go for it.
But did I?
PlebPoet, what'd you think about it in your first minute using it?
Well, we used it in Design Club like a couple months ago.
How was it?
It was really fun when there's actual people around you using it.
Oh wow, amazing!
Like, and you see it's like works like magic, like Bluetooth. Also, does anybody understand how Bluetooth works?
Yeah, it's just a radio.
Yeah,
it's just
been using it since I was a kid.
A particular frequency.
It's amazing
radio wave.
Okay.
Yeah, it's how Wi-Fi works. It's how so many things work.
You know, my first Bluetooth device was, Keyan.
What was it?
I used to write a blog when I was a kid, and I convinced HP to send me. I convinced HP to send me a portable Bluetooth printer.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I had like a Nokia 3650 because it had Bluetooth on there, and then I was able to print from my phone.
I've been thinking of getting one of those Polaroid printers.
What did you print?
Yeah.
Probably some stupid message my girlfriend sent me or something. But anyway, that was like super dorky stuff.
You like sexting? Or was it even sexting?
No,
like printing?
He was
zapping?
No. I was using Bluetooth the way it was intended for communicating to other devices.
Yeah.
With the means of transporting stuff.
Oh yeah, means of transport.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, pretty cool stuff.
Oh, there was another. Well, Wumbo has other questions.
Oh,
I like actually Wumbo's question. For Wumbo's picks, Wumbo, I would like you would have these questions. We can just answer the questions. I think that helps me structure talking about them. Is this only good for high threat environments, protesting, any day-to-day uses? I think it's mostly good for high threat environments. And so if I were working on the app, I wouldn't even bother trying to adapt it for other use cases. I think that's where this app gets actually really confusing, is that I can go on the internet and use it. Huh?
But conferences.
No, just I don't want it to have Wi-Fi connectivity. I don't want it to try to be Signal, but you can also use Bluetooth with it. I just want it to do Bluetooth. Like, this is the app I have in case of an emergency type situation.
Okay.
I like that better. But yeah, I think you can probably imagine them becoming a sort of Signal competitor with Bluetooth, or like white noise adding this kind of feature to it, or them adapting white noise's library for encrypted messaging. It's very, very distant. It's too early to say what it will become. What if users got paid in sats to forward messages? Would people run like BitChat relays? Yeah, maybe they would. I think that'd be kind of cool. Although I don't think people like using Bitcoin or spending it. So that's maybe the biggest problem with that. But yes, if you can design a system with incentives and people will actually use it, then yeah, you can expect the network to grow as a result of having incentives grow. What would that? That's it. I think those are all of Wumbo's questions on Wumbo's picks.
Wumbo's picks, yeah, sounds great.
Put Carr to sleep. He's Carr isn't a big fan of Dorsey. I don't know if you guys.
No, I'm a big fan of him. I mean,
like Bailey Dorsey. Right?
No, I'm a big fan of him. I just think I like. Go ahead, PlebPoet. I'm sorry.
PlebPoet's got a picture.
She's trying to say something for the longest time, and I keep it.
She still has a locker somehow. I don't. She's like full adult, but she still has a locker with a picture of Dorsey in it.
I'm more of a Dorsey fan than anybody else here, and that's all that you were demonstrating. So thank you for saying it for me.
Yeah, but do you use his music? Do you use Tidal?
I don't use Tidal.
Oh, how big of a fan are you if you don't use Tidal? Yeah, probably not high up on the list of biggest fans. Yeah, silence says it all.
So you have nothing then?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I kind of wanted to say something.
Oh, you should go for it. Now Wumbo's picks is over. We cut it already. We did.
It seems like no one wants me to give my opinion because they're afraid to make Dorsey upset, which is kind of weird. But
I just want you to have like a well-rounded opinion, though.
I think
that's like worth hearing.
I think I actually do, though.
Oh, let's do it. Let's make Dorsey upset.
I think the video. I'm not trying to make him upset. Just constructive criticism. I think the video is amazing. I think BTC Sessions did an amazing job. I think when you're thinking adversarially about these types of apps, you're not going to go to your phone in a crisis scenario. You're going to stick to what works best. And that's like ham radio. That's like walkie-talkies and stuff like that. And on Amazon, you can get one for like $35 that has a ham radio built in. And in a crisis scenario, there's going to be, you're going to have one, basically, for Bitcoiners speak, you're going to have one node disseminating that information to everybody in a group. And you only need one person with that type of device. And then that information gets sent across everybody, right? And that's the only reason to use something like this. I think the conference stuff doesn't make sense. You can just use Signal. All the other stuff doesn't make sense.
But the internet.
So for me, the only thing when I see something like this, it screams, it's very spooky, because it requires installs, it requires all this kind of stuff, and it's a very spooky type of app for me. And I'm just thinking always adversarially, especially in these type of scenarios where it's like, download this app, share your location with all this, and just like, it's just super spooky. And that's why when I saw this, I was like, no go, not touching it. And I don't talk about this stuff. I would have never brought this up. I would have never said anything ever about it. If you would have asked me an opinion, I wouldn't have told you. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because Wumbo brought it up. And that's my take on it.
Okay.
Can I have another one?
Cars, take.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway, but yeah, I usually only talk about things I like that are worth talking about. But if something's not worth talking about, I won't bring it up. Wumbo picks.
I just learned that about you. All right.
We're going to get to the next one. The next one is, yeah, man, we're going to keep it going, I guess. These are my picks. This week we had some really good alpha, and this got shared in the Saloon, and I just wanted to get Keyan's thoughts on it. Did you see this one? This was from JB55, another Nostr take. He said there's a large, I think he was trying to say monetary investment in the space in centralized Nostr, and then he put in quotations primal and centralized Bitcoin, and he put in quotations cashew. Criticizing any of these ? Good luck getting a grant or invited to the next prestigious event. Nostr was more fun when it was being subverted by money and influence peddling. Unfortunately, they can't buy me or shut me up. I couldn't give more of a plank about money or influence. This is from JB55. Keyan, you got any thoughts on this?
Do I have thoughts on it? I think there is like anointed people in Bitcoin and anointed projects in Bitcoin. And if you're not on the inside, you can't tell that there's an anointing process, and that things are maybe not treated equally. And I would say JB is bringing attention, trying to like giving outsiders maybe a taste of what's on the inside. And so it's like a legitimate critique. I'd be upset if I were JB. I think.
Do you think he's just talking about Nostr, or is he talking about Nostr and Bitcoin? Because to me, it seems like he's just talking about Nostr.
I think he's talking about OpenSats.
Oh, wow.
I think that's really what.
Oh, wow.
Didn't you comment on this in the Saloon?
I did, and I'm sharing mostly my what I shared in my comment. But yeah, I think it's fair. He probably does feel marginalized, and he was on Nostr, using Nostr, brought Dorsey to Nostr. If it wasn't for Damas, maybe that wouldn't have happened at all.
So that's kind of what, when I saw this, it was like, because I don't really go on Nostr, as they say. Like I'll go on and I'll use NoteDeck, because I've been using NoteDeck because I really love it. I really think that that's the next iteration for Nostr. Is just like kind of, I don't know if he's done curation on there. I don't know what I haven't talked to him, but I really love the way he's doing NoteDeck. To me, that feels like the future of Nostr when I look at it. See, this is where I say good things, Keyan. I'm not criticizing it because I actually believe this.
What if it's BitChat in it?
And then we'll have that conversation. But what I'm saying is, like, when I see NoteDeck, to me, that looks like a future, like a really futuristic version of Nostr. It's like it has the tellings of it all. And he's the reason why I got into Nostr. Like, I heard about Damas. I got him on like Thriller when I was doing Thriller back then. And then almost
like 2013.
No, this is 21 or no, 22.
I'm just,
and then like almost immediately after that, I was using Damas and like a big fan of what William was doing and talking to all you guys about what William was doing. And
We had a lot of early Nostr meetups.
Yeah, and it was all because of William. Like it was because he got me excited about what Nostr could be. It wasn't because of all these other people. It was William. And so I don't think people realize that, like, you know, when you have somebody of this caliber building on your protocol, like, you should take these considerations very seriously, like, or what he's saying very seriously here, because, you know, this to me, when I see something, I know devs, but I hang around with a lot of devs and a lot of founders. When I see this type of statement and it's sent out publicly, like, somebody should go talk to him and, like, see if everything's okay, because, like, this is somebody that's about to eject. This is what that looks like to me. It's very concerning, because, like, you don't want him to eject from Nostr. You don't want him to.
I think he is.
I hope not, but, like, you don't want him to do that. So, like, if whoever's out there listening to this, like, you should go see how he's doing, because this is, like, if he's very frustrated by this, like, there's probably hundreds of other people that are super frustrated by this, and I don't know how to fix it. I'm not trying to say how to fix it. I'm just saying, like, take this seriously. That's what I would say.
I wonder if like, I don't know exactly what he's talking about or what he means by monetary investment, but I wonder if the people who he is talking about, how they would interpret this criticism, whether they would think it's valid or he's just, like, kind of imagining things. I think my sense of what he means, those people think that they're not actually doing anything wrong. And there is no, you know, the conflict that he's kind of alluding to, it doesn't exist, because they haven't admitted to themselves that it does. And so therefore, like, JB is just hallucinating. I don't know, though.
Does that form of gaslighting, though, you think?
I think they've gaslit themselves. I think it's a problem. That's a problem with incentives. That's a problem with, like, who you take your money from, who you give it to. You take equity in a company, you're fucked. You have no objectivity about them anymore. You have to be really careful about incentives, because you will trick yourself into believing you're a good person, even if you do really heinous things. But even just marginally heinous things, like playing favorites and stuff. That's certainly something that happens when you have.
It's just a bummer to see. I mean, he's, like, one of the main reasons why I even got into Nostr, and we talked about it on the DVD. Like, the DVD that we have, we covered, like, this is one of the clips that we talked about with William and stuff, and it's kind of, like, interesting to see, like, from that long ago to now, and, like, where it's come to. And to me, these days, when I look at Nostr, I don't even see it anymore as as what it used to be. I kind of just see it as apps now. Like, I see Primal, I see Runster, I see Shopster, I see Wavelake, I see Fountain, I guess, and Damus, and then Amethyst. Like, I just see apps now. I don't see it as but maybe I'm just not looking at it closely like I was before. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. The other thing I want to say, though, is I think I can see a lot of people in Bitcoin right now. They're kind of blowing off, or, like, the top is blowing off, like, of steam, I think, around the core knots thing. So I think that's mostly what this is. JB will go. I've seen JB. We've covered JB, like, popping off a couple times. Or
really?
Remember, like, I think it was, like, probably roughly a year ago, where he was like, I might quit Damus. And I think there was a top story, and then that was a big deal. We see that, like, a lot of people are going after Callie right now. Callie's going.
What are they going after him for?
Someone attacked his min implementation because it had a rate limit bug in it. And so he's been fighting about that. And you know, I think it's just the point, like, we've hit, like, a sort of an emotional peak, and we're maybe cycling back again.
What do you think about all this?
Anyone on BitChat there, PlebPoet?
Nobody's on BitChat.
Yeah, I bet you they're on a ham radio, though, if you do that.
That's what we should do. We need someone dedicated here every week just on BitChat, waiting for people.
You'll be waiting 20 years. Go ahead.
I just think, the top is blowing off emotionally. Sorry.
Yeah.
When you think of Nostr, what do you use on Nostr? Like, are you on Nostr? Do you use Nostr?
Not so much anymore.
Why?
I just get confused on
About
it.
what?
Just how to use it.
Oh, really? So you don't even use the social apps on Nostr anymore?
No.
None of them? Not even Damas?
No.
Wow. What turned you off about it?
Just like getting on there and just like seeing people say the same thing every day.
What is that?
Just about Nostr. It's just insular.
Mm.
Stacker.News is kind of like that too, but you make it. I don't know. I have a better time over here. Stacker.News is kind of a Nostr client, but I have a better time.
So you have a better time on Stacker.News than you do on Nostr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should just make Stacker.News a protocol. I don't know how you would do that. That'd be funny. Anyways, the next one I want to cover is Feel the Breeze, baby.
Oh, do it.
Doggy, look at that skateboard.
It's blowing your hair.
This one's for Justin Shocknet. I love you, Justin. You should do a newsletter, and I'll cover that too.
Dude, is that Jack Dorsey?
No, I just want to share this because I think this kind of goes
in the skate, right? You're at his.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about that part yet.
Yeah. Anyways, I just want to share this because I think this kind of goes into everything that we were talking about earlier with Austin, and it kind of goes to what you were saying just right now. Like, you know, people are working really hard behind the scenes, you know, to get Bitcoin everywhere. And I know the team at Breez has been doing the time to build thing, and they're literally going all over the globe trying to get people to use Lightning. You know, and sure, they're trying to get people to use Breez at the same time, but like, look at all these photos, right? Like Danny just
prove it, don't they?
I mean, they do. I mean, Danny just busted his ass
around the world, yeah.
But yeah, he just shared all the stuff that they're doing, and then they just released their Breez MCP server, and I think it's worth bringing up because they do a lot of hard work, and they're talking about the Plan B forum, all that stuff, and so I just wanted to share that.
That's a good post.
Yeah, I think if you're building something, and you want to get possibly paid for it, do time to build.
There you go.
Like a global
I really like the skateboard thing, but I think it's worth mentioning because I don't think people see that a lot of this. It kind of goes to, and I saw another post this week we were talking about in the lab by somebody else who's doing a lot of work in the ecosystem, and they're just kind of burnt out basically. And it was on Twitter. I'll show you later, Keyan. Oh. But yeah, and I think kind of what Janet just said, like I think just a lot of people are burnt out and like
a lot of people blowing their tops off.
Yeah. So feels like a bear market.
Blowing their tops and kicking their sacks and
oh boy, okay. These Bitcoiners.
So we're gonna jump into Keyan's top stories. Keyan, Orange Pill immunity. What's this?
Yeah, I thought this was fun. Scoresby was hanging out with his family, and someone who he calls a cousin, who is actually a child of his cousin's son. Yeah, his cousin's grandson.
No, wait, just his cousin's son.
He's a child of my cousin's son.
Wait, no, start all over.
Yeah, his cousin's grandson.
Cousin's grandson.
His cousin's grandson. He was hanging out with his cousin's grandson, just him. And
that would be his cousin, though.
His grandson.
It'd be his cousin.
The child. He's the child of.
He's the child of a
cousin's son.
Different, probably.
Somebody in the comments.
Merch,
give us
told us what they call it in German.
Give us the family tree. What did he say?
It's down there.
Merch is back on Stacker.News.
He's always been here.
I know, but not just talking like.
Oh, there he goes.
Just talking casual.
First of all, he's not actually my cousin. He's my child of my cousin's son. English does not have a word for this, and I don't know if any. In Germany, we would call that a nephew of a second degree. I believe the genealogy jargon is English. First cousin once removed down.
2D cousin.
Oh, interesting. Oh, you know what? Actually, Teresa always says that. That's my first cousin, second cousin. Yeah. That makes sense.
Third cousin.
I'm glad we figured that out. Was that what the post was about? His cousin?
Because his cousin is a first. His cousin's son would be a second, and then the child of that son would be the third.
Once
cousin.
removed, yeah.
I think it's not removed.
It's not removed.
He said it was removed.
I think it's
the removed comes in with divorce.
No, he says it right here. He said at the bottom. Yeah, Merch said in Germany we would call that nephew of second degree. I believe the genealogy jargon in English is first cousin once removed down.
Nobody says that.
Why not?
But
it's down though.
I don't know.
First cousin once removed down.
Once removed down.
What happens if it's removed up?
It wouldn't be, because that would just be your
Divorce?
first cousin.
That
would just be your first cousin,
You would just
Jenna.
have to give birth to your father.
That would just be your first cousin or your second cousin.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think we settled it right there.
Because you can even say twice removed down.
Twice removed down.
Yeah, if that's his cousin's grandson's son.
Removed down. Why is it removed in a direction?
Because you're
moving.
You're moving down the family.
But it's just removed.
You're moving up the family tree in the genealogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I remove it up,
blood flows downhill.
Oh, it does. Sure.
Okay.
It's a good lesson.
Yep.
Anyways,
told you guys.
Is that what all the other was?
No. So he's hanging out with this guy.
He's hanging out with his first cousin once removed down. Got it.
Yeah, he's hanging out
Got
with
it.
Dude, he knows. He's hanging out with them, and he's 14 years old, and he's hanging out alone because he's like, he's like in that
Gen Z,
middle zone.
Gen Z.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But I think he's like too old to hang out with the young kids and too young to hang out with the adults. So he's hanging out alone. And then Scoresby, being Scoresby, is like, hey, what's up? And starts trying to talk to him about Bitcoin. I think he said, have you ever used Bitcoin? That's his opening line.
Oh, Lord.
His pickup line for Orange.
Here we go.
And apparently this guy, he owned Solana and Ethereum and sold them at a profit. And it left Scoresby kind of speechless about how to proceed with orange pilling him, because he's like not at the age where he's concerned with things like censorship resistance and store value. So and he's turned a profit on Solana, and they got these sparkly marketing probably and stuff. And so he was trying to figure out what to do, and he tried to get him turned on to prediction markets and things like Stacker.News, where you're sending micropayments. And maybe that would intrigue him, but he said he seemed less than interested, which it's easy to imagine in a 14-year-old. And so he told him he was going to be poor, basically, and that was the end of their interaction. But yeah, is that your?
The problem you bump into when you try to talk to somebody like this about Bitcoin is that like they're not going to get it because they're lucky, and they don't see a reason.
Yeah, Bitcoin's for unlucky people, right?
Lucky on Solana, right? Lucky on Ethereum. You just happen to like not get burned, but you probably will.
Yeah, like we were talking to that kid when Jimmy Song was there, and the kid was like, yeah, I just did a startup with building for Solana. And he was like, and Jimmy basically told him, he was like, what are you working on? Like, and the guy's like, oh, I'm doing like an NFT. It's going to have an exchange. And he goes, you're going to go to jail for that. Just like, cause you're doing like securities and there's all this kind of like stuff. You should consult a lawyer. Like Jimmy was like telling him the truth. And the guy's like, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. But some kids are just chasing the money, man. Especially young kids. Right. They don't know any better.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you chase the money and you end up lucky.
Yeah, but then why would you ever need Bitcoin if you're just lucky?
That's what I'm saying.
Bitcoin is luck for everyone.
This goes back to what I was saying. Like, Americans don't need Bitcoin. It's like it's South America, these other countries. The only people that are going to get Bitcoin are the people that understand it.
Just one little point on that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fair point. But there have been times where you have talked about this, where you have sounded a little bit like, oh, all those poor people in other countries are doing so bad.
No, I'm just trying to like really hit home.
Being American, it's like talking down a little bit. So
no, I'm just saying that in America, people don't need Bitcoin. And the people that do choose,
I
the people that
what
choose
no,
to get
but the
Bitcoin
question is not what are you saying?
Are actively
I understand
making
what
a
you're
choice.
saying.
They're making a choice between
what you're saying.
I want Bitcoin
sounds a little
or
bit
fiat.
Racist sometimes,
what?
or classist sometimes.
Oh wow, this is not the podcast.
The way that you come off.
Can a Latino be racist? Mine?
Oh, that's the question right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Carr's the brownest person in this room, so
he's the what?
He's the brownest person in this room. He can basically say anything he wants about any race. Like as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, I don't
think race or class has anything to do with it. It's just a statement that Americans really don't need
about
Bitcoin.
race and class.
No, I just don't think Americans, and you're kind of seeing it, right? They want stocks. They want, Solano. They want to gamble. Like,
Sneakers.
look at our president. Like, he wants all these
It's
things
not
for
how
America.
you talk about America. It's the way you talk about other countries is what I'm saying.
When did I say anything about another country?
Okay. We'll just pin that for another day when it comes up.
Okay. Bring it up.
Okay.
It's got a pen, dude.
Yeah. I feel like,
She's a
would you
wizard.
not agree that other countries need it more? Like, I just went to Merida and we orange pilled the whole city there. And like, yes, they need it more than us.
Yeah.
And so they're
going
gonna want to use it. They're gonna want Bitcoin. Like, we paid them in Bitcoin.
I think that's great.
Because they want it. So it's
think-
not just me saying random statements because I haven't traveled and seen around. I'm telling you from actual proof of work.
Oh no. And I think that's great.
Anyways, I don't know how we got on that subject, but
Plus, you can't be racist against Mexicans because you are Mexican, right?
I think it's just an interesting conversation because I think like Americans are choosing right now not to buy Bitcoin when instead they're choosing stocks or they're choosing treasuries or they're choosing all these other things. And instead they should just be staying humble and buying Bitcoin, but they're not.
These other things are fun though.
Yeah, exactly. Because it falls in line with kind of what our leadership is doing.
Go buy OpenAI.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like it's a very weird time in America. But I think it's better than the Kamala timeline for sure.
I think I think that it's not that Americans don't need saving technology. I think that the other ways that they try to save money are like more normal. And so they can talk to other people about it. Like we have to like come here into this office and hang out with each other to be able to talk about Bitcoin. We can't just go anywhere and talk about Bitcoin. And then the other thing is, it's also fun. That other stuff is fun because there's like a lot of like fancy press releases and like news events around it. But Bitcoin's just like, I keep working, your money is still here. Nothing's changed. And it's not going to attract a 14-year-old.
Cool.
Yep.
The next story is PlebPoet's zine number 32. Can I get a what's up? What's up? What's up? What is
so
this?
check this out. So this time I had some fun. I have this collection of copies of the Washington Post from 1900. I don't know, like I guess the whole century maybe. Anyway, so I took those and put them in my scanner, and then I waved them around. So I got this wobbly stuff. So that was kind of the theme here.
Well, that's cool.
Like Jello on
So
paper.
you're remixing.
Yeah, I'm basically a DJ.
That's cool.
DJ Poet.
Oh, what is this right here? Is this the paper that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I like that. How did you get the lines like that?
Oh,
you don't give away your secrets. Nice. This one says, the stories in here are worth reading because they come from people who have hope in the future. I don't know anything about the future, but I know I like using Bitcoin as money. Mic drop. There you go.
But yeah, I really liked it. I like the stories that I got to put in here this week. Thought it was a good mix of just like stuff that you'd want to know about lighting in Bitcoin right now.
When you put these together, is this one usually your favorite one? That's why you put it as here, or is it?
The first one there is the top boost.
Okay, and then here is just the top post.
And then I order those by the date that they were posted.
Interesting. Wow, looks like there's some cool stuff. You gotta read the rest.
Yep.
You gotta check
it out. And also, nobody bought a classified ad this week, but you still can.
You sure can.
For next week,
somebody should buy it for love of the game.
Yeah, we gotta sell those stickers, right? You ordered.
I'm waiting for.
Let
me know when you're ready to do for the love of the game stickers.
Yeah. So one thing about that, I'm not gonna copy the artist's art, but I will print for the love of the game.
I think it's his art.
It's not my art.
It is. It was in that post. It was like the artist on the trolley was like, I drew every line.
Oh,
it did. Though it was a photoshopped picture, and I believe you can buy that at like Disney. I believe you could buy that.
I was just gonna
I don't
print
think
out.
so.
I was just gonna print out 50 and then give them away
That's
here.
not like a Disney type
lab.
of piece of thing.
It
that
is.
you
Disney
are.
owns Star Wars, and it's about.
But they wouldn't like put it together in that sort of way.
Yeah.
I think they might.
Can you just print me one and then I can just put it on my laptop?
I don't think he's the photographer.
I just want to have it because it's just so funny.
Okay. I appreciate that you really got a kick out of it. So maybe but because that's copy. If that's really his art, I'm not going to copy it.
All right. No, that's fine. I'll just use Sticker Mule.
But if it's not,
I'll just use Sticker Mule. It's okay.
Use Sticker Mule. There you go. Because they'll copy people and steal from people. So
no, I mean, that's what we use for stickers anyway, Sticker Mule. But if you don't want to do for the love of the game, it's okay. I'll just use Sticker Mule for like one thing.
For the love of the game, you got to use Sticker.
For the love of the game.
All right.
Anyways, other than that, yeah, look, you did a good job. So would you,
but I mean,
where's the line then? Where's the line? Would you put for the love of the game with the little thing on the back of the zine?
I would just
where's the line with you?
I would put the words for the love of the game. Is
so
that what you want?
Put it as a classified then.
What? I'm saying yes.
The dog with the dog.
With the, what is it called?
The dog. So the dog with, for the love
Ewok.
of the game. Okay, whatever his name is. Would you put? Would you?
You asked me in this episode if I would sue the AI for stealing my art.
Yeah, but that was just for the show.
But I'm not going to steal another artist's art for you.
Okay, so you're saying on the back of the classifieds, there's no for the love of the game.
It's already in.
We should do a classified ad like find this artist, ask him if we can print out the sticker.
Let's find the guy.
His name's George Lucas.
Let's find the guy and let's say, are you still using
George
Bitcoin?
Lucas doesn't own it anymore. I'd have to contact the CEO of Disney.
Make a sticker of.
And the NBA owns for the love of the game. Like they own the rights to that.
Who does?
The NBA. Like that whole for the love of the game comes from the NBA.
We can steal from.
That's why Topher said it. It's because it was like
it
was an NBA thing for the love of the game.
Okay.
We were just gonna bring it back. The more you know.
All right.
We could put the more you know on it.
No, apparently she won't do it because that's owned by NBC. Or
no, but she's
now Peacock
she wants
University.
To protect an indie artist. That's her.
No, I get it.
That's the thing. It's like the guy is selling his stickers on the trolley, so it's like he's already down.
If anyone needs a Bitcoin, it's that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe we just buy the rights from him, but he's stealing it from George Lucas or from Disney anyway. It's like
that's a fair point. No, that's a fair point. So I don't know.
Who's the real artist?
Anyways, that's the other one we're going to bring up is Stacker.News Knowledge Graph. This was in the zine too.
Yeah.
Keyan, what's this?
Yeah, so I thought this was really cool.
Space?
Simple Stacker is like a total data wizard. And he took the database dump that I gave him a few weeks ago and linked every post that links to another post.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
This is the visualization of it. And you can see like clusters of posts that link a lot to other posts. And then you can, I don't know, it's like a nice way of seeing how related things are. Or, at a glance, you can kind of see how related things are.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he shows how he originally clustered them. And I think it was probably just whatever way that the software he uses clusters them. But then he applied some transformations to it to make it spiral. And so you get a cool effect. But if you go to his website, you can actually click around and see the relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Does it have? Can you zoom in and see the actual?
Click on a little dot.
That's
and
wild.
It'll tell you which
dude.
post.
Let me see. No way.
Yeah.
Clicking on it. It's not. Oh, there it goes. That's so cool, man.
So you can see where it links to, and so.
Did he do this just because he loves Stacker.News or what?
He is doing a research paper for the Bitcoin Research Institute and asked for Stacker.News data, and he's just like this is his thing. This is his zine. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is his art car.
Yeah. But he's remixing your data, so there you go.
Oh yeah.
Well, I gave him permission.
He's presenting it.
Yeah.
For the love of the game, I think he's doing it. Of the game, he's doing it.
Of the game.
Cool. This is cool stuff, man.
I think it's awesome.
What are these right here? This is interesting. These little pockets.
Oh yeah, those are like I think like they're interlinked. I think is probably what it implies.
Interesting, interlinked.
But I'm actually not super sure.
Oh, these are all AI posts.
Oh yeah, I would guess those are probably from Optimism's weekly AI stuff.
It's just fascinating. It makes you really wonder about like the universe and stuff like that, and like maybe things cluster because there are more commonalities between them.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw that conspiracy theory post on Stacker.News this week, but they were like, which conspiracy theory do you wish is true? And the more I thought about it, I was going to make a thing in there, but I didn't. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I kind of wish the Mandela effect was true. Because it would explain a lot of, maybe there's time travelers that are coming in and messing with the timeline, and maybe all these fractal universes are getting created, and then they end up merging with each other. And that's what the cache that we have with our brains is coming from. It's just like all this Mandela effect
they
stuff.
Diverge? They just keep.
But maybe there's two. Maybe maybe what you remember is more important. So if like somebody died in my timeline, then I'm on this branch, and then you're probably on a different branch because you didn't experience that. So the Berenstain Bears branch is probably the timeline that I'm in, because I remember watching the Berenstain Bears. Or the Berenstain Bears, but you don't. So therefore, you're probably on a different timeline based on those fractals of those universes.
People on which timeline need Bitcoin, though?
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things where like maybe in the future, like people will be like, there was no ARC. ARC didn't exist. Be like, wait, what? There was an ARC. There's people and they're like, no, it didn't. It was called Spark.
And that's what they did to Noah too, right?
What do you
called mean? Narc.
Noah, when he built the ark, they said, no, you didn't. But Noah's like, no, that's exactly why you're here right now, because I built the ark and saved humanity from the flood.
No, I was just talking more like in a sense of like conspiracy theories that I wish were true, because it was a post on Stacker.News, and this reminded me of that. I wasn't like saying it's true what I'm saying. I was just like thinking about crazy things.
Yeah, you remember Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I just was playing with that word.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a way you can like add to what people are saying if it like connects to something else that's not related, although it is by word, because that's like wordplay and it's like funny sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not always funny?
I guess it's not funny right now, so.
I got it. No, I got it.
You did?
No, I got it. I know what you were trying to say, but
you just have to say for the love of the game at the end.
Like, oh.
No, I got it. I was just, I think for me, I was just trying to let you know, like, no, I'm not like, I don't actually believe that. I'm just like, I think it would be an interesting.
Oh, you don't believe that there was a flood?
No, I don't believe there's like a Mandela effect or whatever. Like I think it's just like a really interesting thing. Anyways.
But what about the great, like, you don't believe, like, what about the flood?
100%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe in the biblical timeline. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Could be a conspiracy.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is really cool, Keyan. When are we going to see the report?
I think he wrote a draft already.
Good job.
Shared it about a week ago, but
where is it?
We'll probably see the final one when he's ready. He keeps.
There's been like a whole series.
Yeah, he's done at least 5. I would say 6. We've covered a few of them.
I know there's been 6.
7. There's 7.
Seven.
Right
okay.
You said that he released the whole draft already?
Go to his bio.
I did.
And then he has it. He links it for you.
Like, I send research proposal. This one, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's where he's beginning to write it up. He's
like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I talk to Simple Stacker all the time, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know that's what he did.
Yeah, bro's a scientist.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. I think that's all we got.
I also had BIP 3.
So, yeah, you did. Yeah, let's go there.
Merch has motioned to activate BIP 3, which is a change, which is like it's kind of meta and self-referential, but it's like a change to how BIPs are supposed to be documented, and the process for which they get merged, and like this, how you're supposed to update them and stuff. I just wanted to cover that. I think it's pretty cool. It's like this kind of janitorial housekeeping stuff. The other BIP 2 that I think they've been using was I don't know. It's kind of a lot. It's probably like 2 to 3 times as long as Merch's BIP 3. So I think they do a lot to make it simpler, easier to understand, and insert like less opinion into it, because I think it also isn't necessary anymore. I think BIP 2 was authored originally in 2016 by Luke Dasher.
It's dark outside already.
The world is changing, dude.
It's so dark just on this street, but the sky is actually not that dark right now.
I think it's just because the light in here is like super bright.
Yeah.
Now you can see the reflection now.
They also clean these windows.
Oh,
too.
these windows are tinted, aren't they?
I think they're also tinted on the outside.
Yeah.
No, they're not. You can see us on the outside.
But I can see that like the sky up there is like still quite bright and blue.
Cool. Do you have any other thoughts on this, Keyan? Or
No, I just thought it was worth mentioning. It's kind of one of these kind of boring things that happens in Bitcoin that's pretty awesome because it makes Bitcoin better. And Bitcoin is amazing already. So it's a big deal.
Cool.
Yep.
And I think that's everything. Recording stop. We had a couple YouTube comments. The first one was, oh no, I did that one. Where's it at? I think
I've been reading those. Yeah, those are.
Man, I guess I didn't save them.
Some hot ones.
I didn't say. We had a couple YouTube comments, but you have to go read them.
Yeah,
I thought I saved it, but I guess I didn't.
From here, you could post all YouTube comments on Stacker.News, maybe.
No, I did. I thought I saved the
or I'll
picture,
do that.
but I didn't do it. It was pretty some spicy stuff.
I screenshotted one that said, "My voice is annoying."
Can you tell us what does it sound like after you drink a gallon of milk?
It's like what you sound like. So Janice said I'm 5 out of 10 annoying, and what I replied to Jana is that she sounds like a stoned 12-year-old that just drank a gallon of milk.
Car, what does that sound like?
Man, I feel like there's like this whole
what does that mean? Like I can't clear my
fighting
throat?
energy going on this side of the table, and I'm on this for the seconds at home.
You're just light and positive.
I'm like over here on this side of the table where
you're in the middle of it too.
No, I'm not. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be positive. But on this side of the table, I feel like there's like some fights over here going on. Do you want some more gummies?
Yeah.
There you go, Fred.
Wow.
But what does it? I mean, what can you describe the sound? No, describe the sound.
I did my best.
No. Describe the sound of a gallon of milk.
Well, it's not the gallon of milk that has the sound. It's you that have the sound after you've drank a gallon of milk.
That's what I'm trying to say, but I just didn't want to use as many words.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know, just kind of like if you can like record yourself or listen to this back later.
I've recorded myself plenty of times.
Okay.
And Darkcoin loves it.
She sounds normal. Yeah. She don't sound weird.
Yeah, like a normal.
Are you saying that you sound weird or something?
No, I don't think I sound weird. I'm trying to
like when you do your videos, you sound probably the most calmest out of all the times that you talk.
This is why we drink milk.
I would say like in a social setting, you're pretty chipper. I would say you're chipper, right?
Yeah, milk's got some stimulating effects as well.
Right? Like remember your birthday week, girl? That was fun. You were super chipper that week.
Even though you
I showed up. What else? But
I just want to know what it sounds like after you drink a gallon of milk. What is that sound?
I would suggest you try it, but you would just sound the same.
I wouldn't drink a gallon of milk. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you'd throw up.
I'd throw up, yeah.
So I sound like I'm puking?
Yeah. No. You sound like you're used to doing it.
Ted, have you ever drinking a gallon of milk?
What can you describe that sound with a adjective?
Milky?
Bro, shut up. All right.
Anyways, that's all we got this week on Stacker.News Live. Keyan, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm gonna pick up some rabbits.
Some rabbits?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's awesome.
Thinking of starting a rabbit farm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are you gonna name them?
One of them is gonna be called Bunny, probably.
And the other one? Can you call it Bugs? Can you call it Bugs and then Bugs Bunny?
I'll call it Bugs. Yeah.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Like, this one's
gonna
called
start
Bugs.
making up stuff and ask me what I'm gonna do because I do the same thing every week. So
wait, you're not getting bunnies?
I'm not getting bunnies. I'm so.
Oh, dude, I thought you really were to replace your cat finally. I was like, yes, he's finally moved on. He's getting replaced.
I don't know. A bunny would be a pretty good replacement.
Yeah, totally. Especially you got
a diaper on it.
You can get one. I feel like McCoy's, right?
No, rabbit's poop is so good for your garden. Just put it right back on the grass.
Wait, do you have bunnies?
I used to when I was growing up.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. So you look like you used to have bunnies.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sound like he was drinking.
What did they eat? Just carrots? Like, what did you feed them? Like,
Yeah, carrots, lettuce, any array of vegetables, but also some kibblies.
oh, interesting.
Little nibbly kibblies.
Wow.
Mm.
Cool.
But they attacked each other, so that was ultimately the issue. We thought we had a boy and a girl. We had 2 boys.
Wow.
And then nature ran its course.
And they killed each other.
No, not quite. Or
They
maybe
died.
they did eventually, but we didn't. We gave them.
They transition.
We gave them
Or is that
away.
just frog?
The only weird animal I had growing up was an iguana.
Oh,
But it was like
Wow, you're an iguana guy?
it was from Mexico though, so we weren't really sure if it was really an iguana. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those. And I think my uncle gave it to me.
wow.
And then sure enough, like,
You had like a
this is why you don't give like boys pets. Like, oh man, I shouldn't.
'Cause you
be,
peed on
I
it?
shouldn't be saying this. It was so sad. Like my brother and I, we were like, let's put the cat in front of the iguana thing, and literally died. Like he fell over. It was so
he was
sad.
scared?
Whoa.
Yeah, he died.
Right?
Yeah, he died from fright.
Whoa.
I still remember it.
Dang. That
I repented.
feels-
It's okay.
Yeah.
It was
it
like
shouldn't happen.
it was like this was the glass of where the iguana was. And the cat was just like looking at it, but I guess it was still too close to the glass. And then he just like literally, his name was Iggy. I feel so bad.
Oh no.
We should have a little memorial here.
No, we did. We had a memorial. We buried him. My mom was so pissed.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, good job."
Was it pretty big?
No, it wasn't that
Really-
big. It was like
really
this
little?
big.
Okay.
I mean, we were taking care of him, but like,
Yeah.
that dude had a weak heart.
Dang. I mean, his heart was probably really, really small too. So what can
And
you
it
do
probably
about
freaked.
that?
I guess he thought we were gonna feed him to him, which we weren't. We were just like, "Well, what happened if you put a?"
Dude,
We
you
were just like-
probably juked him out.
We were like, "Well, what happened if you put the cat in front of the
He's all
iguana?"
excited.
I know he has cold blood though. You got to remember that.
What does that mean?
You gotta warm him
The
up.
lizard's got cold blood.
Yeah, see, this is why we never got iguana after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
my
cats
my
and dogs.
neighbor had a lizard,
Oh, really?
and she would let me feed it crickets sometimes.
Mm,
That was really fun.
yeah. R.I.P. Iki. PlebPoet, what are you doing this weekend?
I don't know. I think I'll make a sticker for you. I guess I'll make a few stickers.
Oh, look at that! Yay! For the love of the game.
Artwork.
For the love of the game.
I'll
She's doing it for the love of the
I'll
game.
just draw it myself. Is that okay?
Just- yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense. Just do it for make one for me, Keyan, and Topher. Do you want us for the love of the game, Ted? Do you want one too?
Does that mean anything to you? Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the other thing is, oh, I should probably share this. So we're doing Plebsgiving next week, and
Where are we gonna do it at?
we're gonna do it here.
Right here on this
Right
very
here.
table, probably.
We're gonna do Plebsgiving. If you're a stacker who's from Austin, you should come over. to Pleb
Sweet.
Lab.
That's always a great time. People bring food.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some turkeys. Me and Topher are gonna go to Costco tomorrow and get some alcohol and some
Yeah.
a live turkey.
Yeah, do
That'd be
it.
weird.
And Keon's gonna bring rabbits.
Yeah.
It's gonna bring rabbits.
I'll bring Peter Rabbit.
I'm gonna make a ham. I think
Wow.
that's what I'm gonna bring.
You always make a ham.
Yeah, it's fun.
So predictable.
Predictable man. Anyways, other than that, y'all have a great weekend, stackers. It's been fun. Keon.
Zah.